find Ingrid alone, reading in the main floor living room. She's on to another children's book, another Newbery runner-up, another book I haven't read. I ask her about it. "I love it," she says. "I'm not sure what the committee was thinking this year. All of the silver medals are far better than the book they actually gave the award to." I guess consensus is difficult. Maybe it was a compromise? She shrugs, pulls the throw blanket up to her chest, and puts the book down on the table. She's settling in for a nice long chat. I hesitate to sit down with her. I'm still rattled by what Peter told me about Sally and Gabriella. The weight of that knowledge is a boulder in my stomach. When Sally started his affair with Ingrid, Peter didn't tell me. He kept Sally's secret. He didn't want to put me in an awkward position with Maureen, who, unlike Ingrid, was a true close friend. Peter told me later that he pushed Sally to come clean, that it would have gone on much longer had he not spent many nights over many drinks with Sally, playing out the different scenarios and convincing him he needed to make a choice. I always wondered if Peter tried talking Sally into choosing Maureen, into staying married to his wife, to the woman he once loved so fiercely that he sobbed through his own wedding vows. It didn't matter that I didn't know about the affair. On some level, I know Maureen still holds it against me. Our 4 lives were interwoven in such a way that our relationship couldn't avoid some collateral damage from such an ugly implosion. And by virtue of the fact that I am married to Peter, I am forever a part of the universe of Sally from which she needed escape. But once she resettled in New York, and things started turning out as well as they did for her, new job, new friends, new gorgeous apartment, new string of boyfriends ending in one serious, unreasonably handsome one, we started to rebuild what we'd lost. Text by text, email by email, and brief visit by brief visit. But of course, things were never quite the same between us. I sit down in the chair across from Ingrid, and I push what I know out of my head. What do I know, anyway? Peter didn't really tell me anything. I chose to take Peter's silence in response to my question about Sally as a yes, because in all our years together we've developed a shorthand. But I don't know for certain, do I? And if I don't know something for certain, how can I tell her about what I don't know? The Prince winner, though, Ingrid says. Now that's a book that deserved the gold. I haven't read this either, so I just nod in agreement. There's really no excuse for a writer of YA fiction not reading the book that's been crowned Best Book of the Year written for young adults. Before I wrote my first book, I'd never even heard of the Prince Award. It's better that way. Who needs to know about the awards you'll never get? But clearly Ingrid is doing her homework. She's devouring the prize winners. And who knows? Her book could very well wind up with a sticker on it one day, too. I look at Ingrid stretched out on the sofa. She's just a bit too long for it, so she bends her knees and props her feet up on the armrest. She's wearing gray sweatpants and a blue long-sleeved t-shirt, not a hint of makeup. Her hair is wild. With all those proteins and the limited complex carbohydrates, with the absence of all that sugar and alcohol, her skin glows even more than usual. She's written a book that I stayed up late reading and woke up early to finish. And yet, when I look at her, what I feel is pity. She's thrown her lot in with a man who will never give her the whole of his attention and affection, a man whose appetite is too large, a man for whom there is never quite enough of anything. "I started your book last night," I say. She sits up quickly, and the throw blanket falls to the floor. "Oh, wow, I'm nervous." "Don't be. It's really good so far. I really enjoyed what I've read." "For real?" "Yes, for real. Because, like I said in my email, I don't want you to protect my feelings. Don't worry," I say. "I'll be honest. Brutally honest. I'm against brutality." She laughs. "Solly is the only one who's read it, and he says he loves it, but you know Solly. He's such a softie. He loves everything I do." Oh, Ingrid. Poor Ingrid. Beautiful, naive, talented Ingrid. I decide to dole out a little bit more. "Well, from what I've read so far, I think you may be onto something pretty special." She brings her hands up to her face to cover her huge smile, like Clementine and her friends used to do in middle school, like smiling is shameful, something to hide. I debate saying more. admitting I've finished it, admitting I admire and envy her.